Well, I didn't think I would have to do it this soon, but here we go. This is my apology video, but I also want to explain some things. The reason why my daughter and I acted the way we did was because it was a it was because we were desperate. Sorry for the hesitation. I just need to find my words. This is unscripted, by the way. I don't have a year to work on this. Anyway, I want to apologize to everyone. Everyone that I failed and hurt. When my daughter snapped about a year ago, I panicked on Twitter. I wasn't thinking straight either, but I was more emotional, not angry. I decided to leave, and I was gonna leave it at that, but then it just spiraled out of control. And instead of nipping it in the bud like I should have, I allowed it to go on for a long time. I'm not good or kind. At least that's what he thinks. But that's who I truly am. Who my daughter truly is. And my nephew. My dear, sweet nephew. We were pushed so far that we snapped. Not because we were being ignored. No. The real reason was because we felt attacked. Mostly my daughter, actually. I was sad about being blocked. My daughter, though, she took it to heart. I told her not to do anything, but she was out of control. She wasn't herself. I didn't know what to do. And so, I let it happen, even though I begged and screamed for everything to just stop. I'm obviously making this video in response to Daniel's recent video, and this is and this is in no way an attack. The war ended months ago, as I said in the Belford and Lupin video. I'm sorry for everything that I've done. My daughter and I were going about it wrong. The family tree wasn't the way to stop the abusers. Simple education and reporting on them would have. My daughter was angry, hurt, and scared. But even after all of that, she was still my daughter. My adopted daughter, at least. But her past has nothing to do with this. Well, actually, yes, it does. But it's no excuse, as it should be. Charlie Dargo, I am deeply sorry for what my daughter said. I am so sorry. I'm sorry for all of it. We were terrible, I get it. But surely those who have stuck by us must realize that we were truly looking out for you, protecting you, but we were going about it in the wrong way. An awful, misguided way. We were blind, and clearly not thinking straight. In February, though, Belford and Lupin was released. At first, I was worried that everyone would hate them. I was worried that everyone would hate Belfort and Lupin being together. But we were shocked to see that they liked them being together. So, my daughter decided to call off the whole thing. She had realized what she was doing wrong anyway, and would have ended the war regardless. But I would have kept on. However, all three of us, me, Sylvia, and Mr. Shell, decided to stop. Completely stop. A complete ceasefire. I asked Sylvia and Mr. Shell to remove as many comments as they could, and they did, but they couldn't remove all of them. This is in no way anyone's fault, by the way. We tried. We all did. The war is over. We have changed. Yes, I did make a Belfort and Lupin family tree, but that's it. I only made it and published it. Nothing more. In response to my Reddit account being deleted, after I tried to apologize to Fantisserie Art, I actually don't know why it happened, but I was deeply saddened and hurt, which came across as frustration. Frustration that I regret deeply. Please, I'm begging all of you, don't attack Daniel's video. Just don't. I haven't seen it. I'll confess. But that's because I don't want to see it. In fear of what I'll see. The ugly image that my daughter was when she lost her temper. The panicked cries of my old Twitter account. The sobbing and cries for help that were ignored, but were seen as hatred, even though that wasn't the case. All of us, Sylvia and Mr. Shell, are sorry. And speaking of Mr. Shell, he was just the narrator, nothing more, but then was dragged into war. It was tragic, so tragic. We were all angry, though. All of us. Not at the poor representation of the video we made. That's okay. Everyone is allowed to have their own opinions. But we were angry at the mistreatment of one of us, at least. My Twitter account, for example, was horribly mistreated. But then again, I wasn't too nice either. But that's because I was not being nice to the haters. I was just trying to help my daughter protect the shippers. We were all trying to protect them. But again, in a misguided and awfully wrong way. The family tree wasn't going to fix anything. We understand that now. That's why we gave up in February. We all did. My past is not today, so to speak. My past self is unreasonable, completely irate. But present day me, I'm just sad. So sad that it all happened. To quote my daughter, if I could go back in time, I would never make the same mistakes again. Because we don't desire war. That honor goes to King Dalmatian, who abuses everybody. We were mostly trying to stop him, thinking that he was in charge, but we were wrong. I won't mention who is in charge out of fear, but I think most of my fans know who. But I'm not gonna point any hooves or fingers, or heck, feathers. I'm just sad. A whole year, he was working on it, and we had no idea. Even when we stopped, he didn't think to reach out to us. But that's fine. Who would want to reach out to an enemy? I wouldn't. At least, I think I wouldn't. About something as important as a video, you know? A whole year of his wonderful life could have been saved if he had realized that we were stopping and quitting. The family tree thing is completely finished. Yes, again, I did make a Belford and Lupin one, but that was mostly to fill in the gap that my now defunct, no, deleted Reddit account left. Excuse my mouth, I almost said something I would have regretted. I just don't know what to do. And also, the first internet war did end in February, but another one erupted in July this year. But it was over a completely different reason. It had nothing to do with family trees, headcanons, legends, or any of that. It didn't even involve me, or Winter / Sylvia, technically. But it involved one of our friends, not turning against us, but being victimized and abused. However, we've been quietly trying to fight the second internet war. There's no need for anger. That's not going to get us anywhere. It's just so hard to live, you know? It's hard to wake up every day knowing that you have to please people that don't care about you. It breaks my heart. And I just don't know what to do. I'm heartbroken inside. I may come across as angry sometimes, maybe even sarcastic, but this is the real me. Sad, lonely, and scared. The same goes for my daughter. My nephew is a little bit more stoic, but even he's had his moments of clarity and crying, feeling the sorrow that the both of us feel. Sylvia and I were once the best of friends in school. She had my back and I had hers. But when I adopted her as my daughter, I couldn't be her friend. But I was. And I still am. But I'm also her legal guardian, her parent, so as it were. But again, her past is no excuse. We understand that. All three of us do. My nephew didn't do anything wrong, as far as I'm aware. He was just a narrator. So please don't attack him. If any of you want to take your anger out on anyone, take it out on us, me and Winter. But please, leave my nephew out of this. thank you for watching. I think I'm gonna sign off now. Yours truly, Sunny Amanda Meadows.